One. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for round 9 at Brazil, Division 4. Tonight in the comms box, I've got joining me Jackal. Yeah, how you sort of feeling for this week, mate? And how you been, mate?
Yeah, good. Look, it's been an interesting week so far. Obviously Brazil is I'd say rough track for some and a great track for others. Especially when there's a threat of rain always in Brazil that can shake things up. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be a close race tonight, and hopefully we see some papaya on top.
Yeah, being the McLaren TP, mate, you definitely want to be seeing that. This division has been super competitive all season, so I expect to see the sort of same sort of thing again, mate.
Yeah, I hope so. F7, I believe, is sort of running away with it, but there are a lot of people close behind, and yeah, one good race could shake up the standings for everybody.
Yeah, Jacko, have you got the stream running through in the back there with the sound on, mate? It's coming through on the stream, I think, mate, as echo.
Nope, I don't.
No?
I don't know why it would be doing that.
Let me see. Maybe it was me.
Might be, yeah, it might be you.
Okay, I think we should be good now, mate.
All right,
SJ,
sweet.
let us know if that's all good, mate. And yeah, we'll get into it. We'll see if any of these guys start coming out on track, Jackal.
I
Um,
believe there's a Ferrari.
yeah, is Ferrari going out on track? Is there? Have a look through. Yeah,
Oh,
looks like.
Falcons. Yep. So there's Coliban, and so is 2A.
Yeah, I believe we'll have a couple of these guys joining us in the comms box for an interview. So the two guys with the quali bands, if you want to join in, we'll do a bit of an interview while we go through Q1. But we'll stick with ADOS on this outlap. Jackal.
Yep. So this is going to be an interesting track because it's Q1, so the track evolution will be very minimal at the moment, and on top of that, he's obviously there's no one else out, so he'll get some free air, but everybody will be, trying to, well, not everybody, but most people will be trying to wait for this track to evolve before setting some laps, and obviously with full qualifying, you want to make sure you have plenty of softs available if you need them, and saving them where you don't. So it's crucial to set a good lap time, so you have a couple spare. So we see ADOS in the Ferrari for once come through the start finish line now as he goes down into turn one. It's sort of a heavy braking zone, trying not to lock up as you go down into the fast flat out right hand and then a left hand, riding that little divot thing down another straight. As you see some other cars come out, don't want to get in the way of those. They can really mess you up with dirty air. Goes down into the long sweeping left hand. And this is he's going to get a little bit of a tow here, I believe, from this Alpine. Is it ahead? So he goes into the S's here. Very easy to lock up, especially through this section right now. A yellow flag out for something. It's very easy to lock up in this turn as well. And as it goes uphill, you can actually lose traction, as we've seen there. So you got to be very careful in that corner. Caught a few people in Div 1 out. Tight left as you go into the long straight back to the line. Will be his first lap. So we'll see what kind of times he puts on the board. Obviously, the first person across the line will be provisional pole sitter with a 1087. And yeah, that's definitely one that will get improved on during Q1.
Yeah, absolutely. He's gone out pretty early there. In 8.7, I think we're going to see some much quicker times than that. But we'll have to see with the full quality, Jackal, just sort of what this track progression is going to be like. A lot of us guys, we practice on the short quality, so it'll be interesting to see what sort of time's a good time for this Q1, mate.
Yeah, it'll be interesting what other people put up in Q1 comparatively. Obviously, the first person out is going to be suffering the worst part of the track because there's no rubber down. So track evolution is pretty poor, and you come out with a little bit of traffic sometimes. So sometimes you get the toe, and sometimes you just get dirty air.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see Gangster just coming onto the home straight now, he's going to be looking to have a better performance this week. I know he does have pace, but we've seen some penalties and stuff coming his way, so we'll see what sort of time he goes with. A 1:08 flat, which is a fantastic time from him, and he'll be hoping to have a better weekend here in Brazil, Jackal.
Yeah, he will. Alpine has been doing pretty good with their other driver 2A. So Gangster will obviously be also looking to get up there with him and get some good points for Alpine. Looks like Shub Kumar is going for went for a double outlap potentially with that 127 flat. I don't think that's really indicative of his pace. So we'll see what he does. And he's actually just gone off the track. So that won't be very good for his lap time. And he could potentially pull out of this lap. Yeah, and he will be pulling out of this lap. Going on the grass is a surefire way to set a terrible lap time.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate for him there. Obviously, yeah, doing a double out lap, he ran wide onto that grass. I'm not sure what sort of time he was doing before that, but yeah, he'll still get another chance to get around and set a good time. To see Calco out on track here now, he's got a lot of battery here saved up coming into the home straight. I'm not too sure whether he's been on a lap or what's happening there, but yeah, we'll see as he comes across the line. He does a 1:09.2, so yeah, a lot of battery left in reserve there for Calco, so I think he'll be looking to try and improve that.
Looks like we've got 2A in the comms box with us as well for his interview.
Hello,
2A.
gentlemen.
How are we, mate? Obviously, bit disappointing for you tonight, mate. Quali man, you've had really good pace all season, mate, and yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you cut through the field here at Brazil, mate. How do you sort of feel about this track?
Jesus. I'm not too confident. I did some practice runs earlier in the week before my work week started, and I think I'm doing okay. Again, like I've been saying the last few races, I have to get past the mid pack ASAP because people will mess up, and then it's gonna mess up my race. So I gotta be gentle in the first 2 or 3 laps.
Oh, and F7 has gone around during his lap. That is sorry to cut you off, but he
You're
went
good.
right
No
off the
worries.
track.
That's unfortunate for the McLaren driver, but yeah. Yeah, so you were saying that, yeah, difficult to get through the pack to a, yeah, it's going to be one you're going to have to navigate here, mate. Tyre wear is a massive one here as well.
Yep.
So, yeah, if you got a sort of a bit of a plan with your strategy, you got something in mind that you're going to sort of do to try and get through this pack as safely as you can?
Yeah, I got something in the play, but I don't want to say it out loud.
Yeah, yeah,
You
no,
know,
obviously.
in case somebody's watching.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. We're going to be looking forward to seeing how you navigate that, mate. And I'll hand you over to Jackal if he's got any questions for you, mate.
Thanks.
Yeah, you've had a very good season so far in Div 4. What's it looking like for you going into the next couple of rounds?
Well, I'm hoping that if I do get in some trouble, my TP can actually back me up, unlike last race. So I'm not too confident in if something happens to me, I'll have the backing of that. So now I gotta be more on the reserve, strategic side than I've normally been. So hopefully I don't get in too much trouble.
Yeah, fair enough. And obviously you're going to be looking to make some big moves today. Um, what is it looking like for next weekend as well? Have you already done any practice for that, or?
No, no. Today was my last day of the work week. I don't go back to work till next Thursday, so I plan on getting the next few days in of practicing for next
Yeah,
race.
fair enough. Yeah, you've had a very competitive season, quite high up in the standings. Were you expecting to get that early on in the season, or is it something that just sort of happened?
I actually wanted this a lot earlier, but again, with Div 4 being so competitive, in the mid pack, if you are not very careful for people around you, you will get
Oh, well,
erased.
sorry to interrupt, 2A, as we just seen Hayview just come spinning off the track and flying into the wall. He's got a bit of wing damage there. Hopefully, you can get back on the track safely and get around and get that wing replaced. Yeah, sorry to cut you off there, 2A.
You're good. No
Yeah,
worries.
I'll give you back to Jackal there.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, and he's
so
just gone off again. Sorry about that. He's
well,
all over the track.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can keep up this momentum, especially with F7. He is a fast driver, and hopefully I don't run into his teammate.
Yeah, fair enough. That would be great for me as well.
Yeah.
As we see, I think another McLaren has gone. Oh no, who's letting someone through? Yeah, it looks like there are some drivers who are struggling at the moment, and Daz has actually invalidated his lap before it's even begun. So that's all the questions I had from you, and obviously starting from the back with the quali ban. But we hope you have a good race.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to Thanks, mate. Thanks for jumping in. I'll jump on board with Chich in here. I'm not sure if we're going to get Falcon in for an interview. I'm not sure if he's in or not, Jackal. I don't know if you can check that, mate. But yeah, I'll jump on board here with Chich. It looks like he's on a lap here. 38% battery. Coming into sector 2 here. Down to second gear. Comes through this tricky section here. Still in second gear. Up to third. Burns a little bit of battery. Coming up to this, you got to get it nice and tight here. You want to get a good exit. This really sets you up for that home straight on your lap. Got 50% battery, that's plenty for the home straight. Drops it down into third. Looking for a nice exit here. This really sets you off for the end of your lap. He's going to burn all the way down to the line here. Gets a little bit of a toe, maybe. Might help him just a little bit. All the way to the line. Chichin's going to go a 195, so he's going to really need to improve on that if he wants to move further up the order there, Jackal.
Yep. Looks like we've got Falcon in here at the moment for his interview.
Falcon, mate.
Yo, boys.
How are we, mate? How are you sort of feeling about Brazil? Obviously, unfortunate that you have to miss out on the quali, mate. But yeah, how are you sort of feeling around here?
Yeah, I'm feeling a FOMO effect over here. I like this track, and I could have done something over here. I think the timing screens will definitely be going in 107s, and yeah, I'm just missing out right now. It's full quali after so long. Could have been there.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I know from yeah, doing a bit of practice and that with you being my teammate in that this week. Yeah, I know you definitely got some good pace around here, and yeah, keen to see how you navigate it from the back, mate. I know you've probably got a bit of a plan in mind, and you don't want to share that too much, but yeah, sort of how do you feel about that, mate?
Yeah, coming from behind is always challenging because you tend to get involved in a lot of incidents which you don't want to. But yeah, if you have the pace and if luck goes your way, this is a track where you have double DRS. Overtaking is possible, unlike few tracks, so I'll give it a go.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I'm keen to see what you can do from the back, mate, and yeah, I'll be rooting for you in the box silently.
Yeah,
but
thanks.
I'll pass you over to Jackal, mate, for any questions that he's got for you.
Yeah, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, pretty good, thank you.
How are you feeling about next week in Silverstone with another sprint? Obviously, we just came off the back of Zandvoort with the sprint, and now we're going into another sprint weekend next weekend. So, how are you feeling about that?
Yeah, I like the track. Again, it's quick, fast track, and yeah, I would hope that I would be able to finish well. My last sprint was pretty good, and yeah, Silverstone is again one of the tracks which I really like. And just try to put a decent lap, and quali will be important over there. So, yep, let's see.
Yeah. So currently, you're having a pretty okay season, sitting at 51 points in the drivers' standings. Obviously, you're hoping that will shoot up. What do you think your chances are of getting some good points this race? Do you think there'll be some safety cars for you to sort of take advantage of, or do you think you might have to do it on pure pace?
It will be challenging on just pure pace, I would say. But yeah, I'll try to be somewhere near the top where I can get some points. Not obviously the top, but yeah, somewhere mid where I can get some points for my team. Coming from behind is always challenging. But yeah, my goal will be to get some decent points.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, that's all the questions I have from you. Thanks for joining for an interview. Obviously, not the interview you want, having a quali ban. Obviously, you want a podium interview, but if things go your way, we might be speaking again later this afternoon.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
No worries.
good luck, Falcon, mate. And yeah, good luck
Cheers,
for the
guys.
race. See you, mate.
Yep. All right. Bye bye.
Once we get F7 out on track, mate, we've had a request for an onboard Jackal. I know he's your driver, mate, so I might let you take it away once he comes out on his outlap and we get a lap. But at the moment, we're on board with one of your other drivers heading towards the line in Reigns. Yeah, let's see how he goes coming across the line, and he goes at 108.2, which is a fantastic lap from him, Jackal. You must be really pleased with that, mate.
Yeah, Reigns is a very, very quick driver, just like F7, and I think I did a very good choice with them in the draft. So they both made me very happy, and during silly season, obviously made the decision to keep them.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you're big on keeping your team together, having a big camaraderie with your team. So yeah, hopefully he can get a bit better performance for you tonight. I know he's struggled over a few races, but I know you're quietly confident with him in this track. So let's keep an eye out on Reigns and see how he goes tonight.
Yeah. That my team does well. But even when they have bad races, it's just a game, and you have to remember that. So while it's always good to push the winners mentality, sometimes you have to remind them that bad races happen.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. As we'll go on board now with F7, he looks like he's on his out lap. Maybe we'll come back to him in 2 seconds. He's still sort of halfway through sector 2. We'll see if there's anybody else sort of coming across the line.
Looks like we've got a Aston stopped on track. Q View is currently beached in the grass.
Oh no. Hopefully he can
And,
stay out of the way here, wait for these cars to get past. We'll just have to see what happens there. He's got one more car to come past, and he's
inching
done
inching onto the track.
Yeah.
So
very nicely done though. Stayed out of the way. As I'll let you take this away now, mate. We've got F7 heading towards the line. Get ready to go on his hot lap.
yeah, he's using a little bit of battery here, and now he's using a lot of it down into turn 1. It's a good idea to get all the way on the yellow part, but obviously he knows better than me. As he goes flat out through the turns 1 and 2 with the DRS straight down to turn 4. He will be down to about 44% battery going into turn 4 and 5. Just nicely clipping the apex there, getting a good line and getting a bit of a toe ahead again from the car ahead. He goes into turn 6, 7 and into the tight turn 8. Probably will go down to second here. No, he's feeling a bit adventurous as he goes up into turn 10. Careful not to lock the tyres. We see Com United has actually retired from the session. Looks like it was in the pits though, so he must be happy with this time. As he goes into turns 12 and 13 down the long DRS start straight. Hopefully this will be a good time from him. Burn that battery all the way down to 0 as he crosses the line and goes P1 with a 108 flat, which is just shy of Gangster's 108.091.
Yeah, and that looks like pretty much everybody that's going to be safe. Yeah, I don't, because Daz and Highview they both finished already, so they'll be the two that are eliminated. Calco will just mosey around the track now, and yeah, that's your 15 who are through to Q2. Thoughts so far, Jackal, on the qualifying so far?
Yeah, well, P1 and P5 for my drivers is obviously great. Then we have Gangster and Reiko and Breadman. Obviously, Reiko having a very good season as well. P2 in the Division 4 Constructors. And then we obviously have down the bottom Hughview, who had a very tough qualifying in Q1. Obviously knocked out after that wing damage and spinning in the middle sector. He's going to want to hope that that doesn't happen too much in the actual race, or there could be some incidents happening there.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, like you touched on with Rico, he's been super consistent in this division. I don't think I'm not too sure whether he's actually won a race, but yeah, it's very similar to sort of Aben in Division 3, just that super consistent and stay right near the top of the standings. Is there anybody in this sort of grid as we look down through that 15 there? I know I'll touch on quickly. We've got E. Kotze returning. We know how good E. Kotze can be. Is he going to be a little bit rusty? Can he get amongst this top as this qualifying goes on? But yeah, is there anybody else that you're sort of keeping a bit of an eye on there, Jack, or obviously apart from your two drivers?
Yeah, we've seen big things from Ados, so it'll be interesting to see what he can pull out after being signed to the Ferrari. I believe he was reserving for Aston Martin, if my memory serves me correctly. But yeah, Ados is a very quick driver, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes in today's race and in quali as well. And Brad as well. Div 6 up to Div 4 was everyone thought it was a big jump, but he's made the most of it, and he's been very quick. So he will be one to watch out for as well.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, like you say, Ados and Brad both making that jump up. They've both been doing fantastic. So what we might do once they get out on track, I might actually do a hot lap with Ados, and yeah, just keep an eye out, mate, for the eliminated drivers, whether they jump in the comms box with us, and we'll give them a bit of an interview, their thoughts on that Q1 and what their thoughts are for the race. But yeah, for now, we'll see if we got anybody going out on track. I think we got Brandy just heading out of the pits now, so we might just stay with him. We got an Alpine following him behind there too. So yeah, we'll stick with these guys here, and we'll just see how they sort of go early in this session, mate.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see what kind of early times that gets put up and how much quicker they are than Q1. Obviously, with the track evolution, it'll be quicker times, and obviously the grip will feel a little bit better. Obviously, only the top 10 will advance, so that bottom 5 will be knocked out. And yeah, I hope it's not my drivers. Is all I can say.
Yeah, it'd be maybe an interesting one if anybody's around to maybe put in a little bit of a prediction for the guys with their points. What sort of time they think we're going to see here in Q2 take out first place? Maybe a little bit of an unders overs just to get the predictions rolling. Yeah, I'm not sure if anybody's around that can put that one in for us. That could be one to get everybody involved.
Yeah, it looks like we've got Gangster and Dynasty currently on a lap, and Cheechin as well. Dynasty is currently first on the lap as he... Oh, that was good. The V-carb got out of the way. Obviously, I thought that he was about to get impeded, but it's good that he wasn't, as he goes into the tight middle section. And there's very tight middle section. We've seen a lot of drivers already go into the runoff and go off the track and lose parts of their car. It's extremely tricky, especially when you have to figure out whether it's worth it to run low downforce or high downforce. Obviously, if you run low downforce, you get more speed on the straights, and then high downforce, more speed in the middle sector. But it needs to be a balance. Otherwise, you just you sort of struggle with the grip in the middle sector during the race.
Yeah, absolutely, Jackal. Yeah, it's definitely a fine balance. Yeah, if you don't have enough downforce through that middle sector, it's very hard to still even get the overtakes done down the straight because, yeah, as you know, if you can't stick with them, you won't close that gap up enough to make the move stick anyway. So, yeah, it's a fine line for sure.
Yeah.
As we see, Gangstar starts off with a 108.2, which is a fantastic time from him. Brett coming through with a 108.8. Have we got Ados out in the track yet? No, we don't. So we'll just got Com United doing a lap, about to start a lap. We got Reigns just coming down to the line now. We'll see what sort of time he can do. And he goes a 108.5, which is a fantastic start from him. And then I think F7 coming straight across the line behind him with a 108.3. So fantastic start there from your boys in Q2. And then we'll jump on board with Com United. I'll jump on board with Com United for a lap here. So he comes down through the first sector here, towards the end of the first sector, 44% battery. So he's burnt that down quite a bit there. Drops down to 4th in there, had a bit of a moment there, but he's picked himself back up, burning right down to 33%. quite low battery for this early in the lap. We'll have to see if he can regain some of that through this middle sector.
Or is this invalidated?
Oh no, that's not good for him. He'll have to go back to the pits and have another go. As not sure, are we seeing anybody on track? Everyone's sort of coming back to the pits, I think. Have we got any of the eliminated drivers?
No, not yet. So if there are any eliminated drivers who want to jump in the comms box, you're more than welcome to.
We got a question here, Drew Boy, for you, Jackal. What is Jackal most excited about for the Div 6 race?
I think probably the battle with the close battle with Mishka that I'm going to have. We're going to leapfrog each other, I think, about 1 million times during the race. There might be some shoving. I know I've attached some spiky bits to my wheels in case it gets too close. So yeah, it'll be fun to see what happens, and I've got some banana peels in the glove box as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Last week, mate, that was fantastic. That battle we had, it was some of the best racing I've enjoyed since my time in league racing. So yeah, hopefully we can have a repeat of that. It was nice and clean as well for the most part. So yeah, and Drew was saying, don't you have a new teammate this week, Jackal?
Yeah, I finally get my signed teammate for this week, which should be exciting because obviously we've wanted to race together for some time in the McLaren, and obviously with the race bans it wasn't possible, but now we finally get to race together. So let's hope it all goes well, fingers crossed, because I don't know if I could do any more heartbreak.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, have to see what happens. I'm keen to see how H-Town goes in that McLaren this week. He's had been out for a little bit, and keen to see if he's been putting in some work with you boys and if he comes back strong.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that he's been doing a lot of practicing and a lot of practicing in other leagues for other races. So let's hope that it all comes together and we can have a very close battle between us three.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. That'll be fantastic, and maybe keep her in there as well. It's very, very competitive in that Div 6. But we'll jump back to this Div 4 action, mate. That's enough about us. We'll see us on Tuesday night. But I'll let you take away this lap with Ados, the man you've been keen to see.
Yep, he will go through to the line, and he starts his lap. As he gets a little bit of traffic from his teammate there. It looks like he's going to have to abandon this lap. Yeah, he's definitely not going to set a lap now. His teammate's just sort of gotten in the way of him.
Yeah, not too sure what happened there. That was real strange. Yeah, that was real strange what was going on there. Maybe they're doing double outlap even, I don't know. But
They were racing each other into turn 1.
yeah, it's a really interesting one.
I think Lamb has to tell them that it's only Q2. The race hasn't started yet.
Yeah, a bit of Ferrari strat going on in the qualifying.
Yeah, and he's just actually let Andy and V through. Maybe they're trying to do a little bit of a tow situation here, as he's just let him through.
Yeah, let's see what happens there. As we see Tyler coming down towards the line. I'm not sure if he's on a lap or he's starting a lap, but yeah, once those Ferraris come around, mate, I'll go back to Ados and we'll take his lap away. But we'll just stick with Tyler just for now. We'll see how he goes through this sector 1. As we said, I think we got a Ferrari stopped on track there. I'm not sure what's happening.
Yeah, it looks like they're letting the Haas driver through. Although I do believe that was Reiko. So since there's only one Haas driver in Q2, he is not on a lap and he's already finished. Yeah, it's definitely a tow situation going on here, as we can see, as he's getting a nice long tow from his teammate as his teammate jumps off. So we'll see how much that tow has actually helped him, yeah, if he can keep a clean lap together. No, he can't. Okay.
Oh no, that was
He's had a
unfortunate
spin.
for him. So we'll jump off that there, and we'll see if there's anybody else on a lap. This is a man I'm keen to see how he goes. So we might jump on board with Ecotsi. I'll take this one away, Jackal.
Yep.
The 70% battery. He's got plenty of battery built up here. He's going to burn down through here. Into 7th gear, drops it to 6th. Nicely done so far. Nicely out of the way by the Ferrari driver there. Comes in 3rd. I think he'll try and stick through his 3rd all the way through here, mate. Little touch of the battery. Burning up into this next corner. Drops it back down to 3rd again. He's got plenty of battery built up here, so he's going to be really strong through this last sector. 70%. Little touch of the battery. Into 3rd. Nice exit. Gets on the power. He's going to burn all the way to the line here. We'll have to see what Kotze can do. We all know what Kotze can do from previous seasons, but what can he do tonight is the main question. And he goes only a 109.4, and that's not going to be enough. So he's going to have to try and get around to the pits and go again. Have we got anybody else on a lap, Jackal?
I'll have a look through. I believe Com United is on a lap at the moment. It looks like from Ikotsi he had a lot of battery left. So it'd be potentially maybe an error somewhere, or it just didn't use enough. But yeah, he had like 60% going up, which is it's a lot, and you definitely won't burn all that to the line. So maybe some ERS management hindered his lap time there. Com United on a pretty good lap at the moment. He's about 46 as he burns down into the coming up to the last couple of turns. See what he can do here. Oh, and he's gone off. That will not be. Yep, he'll have to go straight into the pits. That will not be a good lap for him.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. Yeah, but he'll still get another chance here, I believe. We'll be able to get in, get some... Oh, as we see him smash the pit lane board, I'm not too sure what's happened there. Maybe that could be maybe looked at by the onboards. I'm not too sure what the situation with that one is, so we'll have to just wait and see there. As yeah, we're in that bit of a lull now, Jackal. Yeah, what sort of time do you think we're going to see here, mate, to go P1 in this Q2?
Absolutely, we're going to get a 107. 3 minutes to go. Track Evolution is at its best, and with a 108 flat, I think we're going to get into the high 7s here. I hope we are anyway. So Reiko's done a very good lap with a 108 flat, which is almost identical to was it Gangsters that did a no? Gangster did a 108.09, so he actually went slightly better than Gangster's lap. But I think definitely we'll get into the 107s.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys are knocking right on the door of it, aren't they? Now, like you see, Recco, you see Gangstar, F7. These guys all look capable of going into those 107s. That's for sure. But yeah, could you see anybody else sort of from beyond that top 3 there? Could you see any of them guys nearly touching the 107s?
Absolutely, I can see. I think who was up there before? I think somebody in that bottom lot was up there in Q1, but I think Calco definitely will get into the 107s. Hopefully, he's had a very strong drive, and a 108.5 is where he sits at the moment, which is very strong from him. I also hope Reigns gets into the 107s, as he's very close with F7 at the moment.
I'll let you jump on board here with Ados. Maybe this time around we might get a lap from him, mate. So I'll let you finish this lap off with him, as he's now pulled out again. Maybe we won't take a lap with him because it seems like we're cursing him. Who else is on a lap here? We got Brandy. We got the Kick coming around. He's just starting a lap. We got the Mercedes both on an out lap. We might go with Brandy here, mate.
Brandy, where is Brandy? I'm lost.
Yeah, so the Aston Martin, mate. Dynasty.
Oh, Dynasty. Okay, fair enough. Sorry. Yeah, as he's in the middle sector at the moment, there's a bit of traffic up ahead. We'll hope that he clears them pretty quick if he gets close enough. I think he should be all right. Might even get a bit of a distant tow. He takes that last couple of turns, and he will burn all the way to the line improving on a 109.1, which I think he definitely will be. Let's see where this lap time puts him. And up into the 108 flats.
Yeah,
Still not a 107, but obviously it'll be just enough to stay out of that, but more than enough even to stay out of that bottom 5.
yeah, fantastic lap from him there. As we're going to see a few more drivers start coming over the lines here. Shub Kumar does a fantastic lap. SJ, if you're around, mate, you've been summoned for a surprise interview, so jump in the comms box, mate, if you can, or if you can't, mate, just let us know in the stream, and we'll have to get those points sent back. But hopefully you can jump in, mate. Who else we got on a lap here? Is Ados on a lap there? Maybe, yeah, looks like he is. Is SJ, have we got you
Yeah.
in the box now, mate?
Yep, there you go.
How are we, SJ? Yeah, obviously exciting start to the weekend last night with the Div 1 boys, and now we got Div 4. But we won't
Hit the
talk.
107s. Sorry to cut you off, but my prediction, we hit the 107s.
Yeah, there we go. So we did see the 107, and it was from that man Bread, the one you talked about to keep an eye on. But yeah, we won't talk about the other divisions, SJ. We're going to interview you, mate, and how you feel about Brazil this week, mate.
Yeah, feel pretty good. Obviously, got a good result last week against Zandvoort. Obviously, pending the penalties, which is not the way I wanted to go, but I'd rather win on track. But no, I'm starting to feel pretty confident in the races coming up, and I've done a fair bit of practice at Brazil. No, it is a big track for tyre wear. We saw that last night with Division 1, and we'll probably see that very, very soon with Division 4. So yeah, no, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. As we'll just touch on quickly there, Mudpack just pulling out a massive lap there at the end, and we see that man you were talking about, Jackal Calco. You thought he might go into the 107s, but we see him get eliminated, knocked out right at the end by Mudpack's lap. So that's really unfortunate for him. And if any of these drivers have been eliminated, if they could jump in the comms box too. But now I'll hand us over to Jackal. And you got any questions for SJ, mate?
Yeah, obviously, you wanted to get a good result on track last week, but I think it'll come together for you this week. Obviously, Division 5 is one of the trickiest divisions. Having raced in it myself, it's a little bit chaotic most of the time. So getting a good result is obviously worth a lot more, I'd say. How are you feeling going into Silverstone next week? Obviously, a bit of a home track for you. So, are you excited for Silverstone?
Yeah, no, I do. I love Silverstone. I think it's a great track. I think it's a tough track in some ways, especially Maggots and Beckett's. You can either take it flat out, or you can put it in none. That's going to be the key. That's where you probably lose most of your time, but it is a lot of fun. Obviously the DRS zone in Sector 3 is extremely powerful, and yeah, no, I've always loved it. I've raced it before in a lot of leagues, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going. And obviously it's a sprint weekend, and I think there's one more after that, which is Austin in Texas. So yeah, it's quite funny. We go from 8 rounds waiting for a sprint, and then all of a sudden they come one after the other. So yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, and obviously now you've had a few races with your new home of Williams. So how are you finding the team at Williams at the moment?
I've raced with Deadly long time ago in Oz F1, and he did class that I was one of his best teammates he's ever had. So it was good to bring that bromance back. There was a little bit of a communication error there, and in Imola, we won't go into it too much. We know how each other work, so it's going to be very interesting. I think tomorrow night we've got full quali as well, so and we know the tow is very important here, especially getting into Q2. So it's going to be very interesting to see how we work it together, because I did do a good job last season with Krondog in the McLaren when I was in the McLaren and we did the tow. We didn't really make any mistakes. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, no, I think everything's going well. I think Dido does have a lot on his plate. He doesn't seem to have much luck with Division 1. But I think the rest of the divisions, I think most of the drivers in it, Nishka and Keeper, they're a real good teamwork. We've seen Falcon. Falcon's been jumping in with practice a lot. What would be good to see some of the other guys. I think that's probably the only thing that I probably would say I'd like to see more of. See more of the guys just all jumping in. Because when we do, we really get into it. And I know that Wogjet's a good driver as well. So yeah, no, I think the team's great. I just think Williams have just been really unfortunate from the beginning. But I think you're gonna see a lot of changes, especially from last week. They were P3 and Team of the Week, and that just gives you a bit of a difference compared to the beginning of the season of where Williams were going. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the second half.
Yeah, well, that's all the questions I've got for you. But obviously, your race tomorrow is coming up quick. So let's see where you put your car, and hopefully you score some big points for Williams.
Hopefully, I'd like to get a podium without any track limits or penalties, please. But this Division 5 is is pretty good, and these guys are getting quicker and quicker. And I've raced with Dutch, I've raced with Quiet. Those two Mercedes, they're a bit of a force. And Hoosie on his day, and Tuzi, there's a lot, and obviously Tatura, they're coming into it as well. So yeah, the Div 5 is quite competitive than you think it is, so it'll be tough, I think, and I think it's going to be strategy and tyres, I think, tomorrow. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how we go.
Yep, sweet. And it looks like we have a couple more people jumped in that got eliminated. We've got Comm United, Wogjet, and Calco. So when you're ready, Nish, you can pick whoever you want to go first.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, SJ, for jumping in, mate. And
Good night.
yeah,
All good.
good luck for Brazil, mate. Wogjet, we'll go with you first, mate. Yeah, sort of talk us through the Q2 there, mate. Obviously disappointing not to get through to the Q3. How are you sort of feeling about Brazil, mate?
How are you? Listen, yeah, I like Brazil. Brazil's definitely one of my favourite tracks. I have had no practice. Just been busy with my life away from racing, obviously. So, yeah, Q2, I stuffed up and didn't choose fresh softs. So I was on old softs. But it is what it is. These things happen. So I just have to put my head down and put more effort into the race.
Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously, that's a bit disappointing not being able to get on those fresh boots, mate. But yeah, like you say, it's a long race. We know you got the capability to push your way through the field, mate. And yeah, I'm keen to see what you can do once you get into the race, mate. So good luck for the race, and I'll hand you over to Jackal for any questions he's got for you, mate.
Thanks, Nish.
Yeah, how are you feeling about Silverstone next week? Have you already done some laps, or are you saving that for after this race?
Yeah, nah. I've been so busy with work, I just haven't had much time to practice. I normally do a bit of practice, like half an hour practice before a race anyway, just to get my bearings. But I don't mind Silverstone, however you want to say it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, mate. Yeah, see how we go.
Yeah, sweet. That's all the questions I have, because I think we've just had Shub Kumar jump in. So, want to say have a good race, and hopefully score some big points for Williams.
Thank you, boys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks there, Woodjack. Jackal, I'll let you take the next one away as well, mate. After we just seen one of your boys set a 107.697, which is a fantastic lap, mate. But yeah, I'll let you keep rolling through these interviews, mate, with these boys.
Yeah, sweet. I'll jump on with Comm United. How you doing?
Not bad.
How's your obviously tricky quali at the so far? Obviously being pushed out in Q2. So, was there any errors on your part, or just couldn't put a lap together?
Well, I tried to use the used softs that I tried to use in Q1 just to be like, I didn't want to use the used set until the new set until the end. But then I invalidated on the first couple of corners and then just ruined the whole lap.
Yeah, that's never great. How are you going for Silverstone next week? Do you have any talks with any teams to reserve yet?
Nah, I'm just putting my head down for this race, and then I'll worry about Silverstone when it comes around.
Yep, fair enough. I'll pass you over to Nish, but just from me, hope you have a good race.
Thanks, Jackal.
Yeah, Common United, mate. I know you've been putting in a lot of work, mate. I've seen you in the reserve programs, and you've been really putting in a big mountain of work to try and get yourself into a full-time seat. And now we see you in this seat again this week, mate. Yeah, sort of how you feeling about your racing at the moment, mate?
Yeah, the racing the last couple of weeks, obviously in the reserves program and Diffrey Imola, has definitely given me a lot more experience into this league again, and still just a little bit disappointed at how this Q2 ended. Like, if I was, even without the invalidation, I was like 2 seconds up, which would have got me out of Q2, but I'll just have to put it in the race, hope for some incidents, and hopefully get into the points.
Yeah,
Four points.
it was unfortunate, mate. We were actually on board with you there, and we seen that happen. Yeah, obviously a little bit disappointed for you there, mate. But yeah, you've still got a long race ahead of you, and plenty of work that you can do. And yeah, I hope you have a really good race, mate.
Thanks, Nish.
Thanks, mate. We'll move on to who else we got in there? Jackal, we got Shubkamar in there, do we?
No, Calco's
Calco.
Shub's left, so Calco.
Okay, Calco, how are you, mate? Really unfortunate there, mate. Just missing out on getting through to Q3. Yeah, I think I seen you in the stream there. Said you were watching the stream.
Honestly, I saw, like, obviously we did the first set like with a U set, and I saw F7 retire from the session, and in my head I was like, oh, we've already run our fresh set, and like those times are what they're going to be. And I saw like I was like 5/10ths away from 10th at the time. I was like, oh yeah, I'll be safe. So I retired from the session as well. Didn't even use my new set and just completely zoned out. And yeah, I would have been much quicker. Definitely don't think I would have been in the 107s, but I would have been up there. I would have been maybe 4th.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate not going out on the fresh tyres. But it's going to make it interesting because we know you got the pace, mate. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how you navigate your way through the field from there, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'll pass you over to Jackal for any sort of questions he's got for you, mate.
Yeah, obviously both Red Bulls out in Q2 is not favourable for you. Do you have a strategy in mind for the start of the race, or?
I think the pit stops are going to be where positions can be made. So it's definitely seeming like it's going to be a 2-stopper. I think they did it in Div 1 as well. You'd be putting yourself out there if you tried to navigate a 1-stop, but we'll see what happens. Could be some yellow flags, so who knows?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very tricky track in Sector 2. How are you feeling about next week with Silverstone? Obviously, it's the sprint weekend as well. Just come off the back of Zandvoort, so be a whole lot more racing.
Yeah, I honestly haven't even touched Silverstone for 2025 yet, so yet to see.
All right, yeah, fair enough. Well, I hope you have a good race, and yeah, expecting some big points from you.
Cheers. Yep, should go well. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, mate. Good luck. Yeah, Jackal, we'll get back to this action now because this is going to really start heating up now. Q3, guys are out on track as we've seen NDNV just come over the line with a 108.1. That's going to leave him in P4. We see the McLaren boys there sort of going around now. They look like they're doing 2 outlap by the look of it. Maybe not so much F7. He's only got 50% battery, so we'll have to see what sort of lap he can do to finish up this qualifying as he comes towards the line. 20% battery left. Let's see what sort of time he puts up. And goes at 176. That's a fantastic lap from him. You must be happy with that there, Jackal.
Yeah, slight improvement, and Reigns is starting his lap now. I hope he'll keep provisional pole, and if he doesn't, I know he's got the pace to push his way through to P1. Obviously, he's a bit of a McLaren golden child at the moment. And Reigns will be trying his best to be up there as well.
I'm going to go on board with this one, Jackal, and you can take us away with this one. He looks like he's getting a nice tow from his teammates so far.
Yeah, that's some good teamwork going on, obviously, with H-Town in the engineer box, doing us a big favour. So hopefully he can get a very nice lap put together here. Trying not to lock the tyres. He has a very good apex there, up the hill, down into the last couple of turns, and he will get a very, very nice toe going down the straight. The last time we saw the toe, we saw reins went off the track, so hopefully that doesn't happen this time. It's pretty difficult to go off the track on a straight, so yeah, we'll see what time he puts up, and it doesn't improve. We got a 108.3. Very respectable lap time from him. And it might have been a little bit hurt by the dirty air, actually, from F7 there. Might have actually hindered him a little bit.
Yeah, as we see Brett just go 17758, so he puts himself in P3. As we see his teammate come to the line now, he can only put himself P8. We see Brandy come across the line in P5. Who else we got coming towards the line? I think the kick stuck into the pits there. We got the Alpine of Gangstar coming down to the line now. What can he do? He goes pole with a 107.4. That's a fantastic lap from him. We see Kotzi puts himself in P6. Who else we got on a lap? NDMV doesn't look like he's doing a lap. Reigns looks like he's finished up. F7, he's finished up too. So maybe Rico, is he on a lap? No, he's not. So fantastic lap there from Gangster and LP, putting it on P1 with his teammate 2A with the quali band. He's stepped right up to the plate, Jackal.
Yeah, it's a very impressive lap. Obviously 2/10 off. 2/10 up from Verb's time, and he'll be eager to keep that P1 into the first couple of corners, and hopefully there'll be some hard but fair racing happening early on.
Yeah, absolutely. We have seen glimpses of pace from Gangstar throughout the season, but he's been bringing himself undone with either penalties or stuff happening in qualifying. But yeah, the Alpine team will be hoping he can put it together tonight, and judging by that lap that he's done there, he's going to be in for a very good night.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously didn't have such a good race in Monaco, and has been in a couple of incidents so far. So this will be one to try and do his best in to break that little bit of a curse. And then obviously 2A, he's going to cut through the field. Obviously he's got the pace to be at the front, so if he can get through, might have a very good result for Alpine, maybe a 1 and 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Be looking to have a good night if 2A can get through. But as we see that top 10 there, apart from the time of Gangster there is not much between that sort of 2 down to about 8. So that's going to be super competitive between all those guys. And yeah, a lot of strategy is going to come into this one too, I think, Jackal.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of pit strategies, and obviously haven't seen the forecast, so hoping it's not raining during the race, because I know Brazil gets a little bit dicey. But yeah, getting off the line will be so important. I know a lot of people try to make the move into turn 1. Sometimes it goes very well, and sometimes, more often than not, goes very poorly. So be interesting to see if anyone can pull the move off without pushing somebody else off the track.
Yeah, absolutely. As we sort of jump on track now, there is a bit of grey cloud around, so be interesting to see if there is going to be any sort of rain about that could really change this up. But it does look dry at the moment, Jackal.
Yeah, it will be dry start, definitely, but those clouds might come in and do a little bit of rain. And the worst part will be if there's only a little bit of rain halfway through the session, and then back to sun, because you chuck the inters on and then the sun comes back out and you go back to slicks.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see absolutely what can happen here. Obviously, guys drive better in the rain. Other guys drive better in the dry. But we got 5 red lights, and away we go. So at the start here, we got same mud packs in P1, which isn't right at all. We've got
some banging going on there.
Gangster's got away to a good start there with F7 just in behind him. They go too wide. We got Rico right in behind them. This is a good battle from these front 3 here as we move down the grid. We got Bread in P4. It looks like Ekotzi all over the back of him. Back in the field there, we're not seeing too much wheel banging or anything like that going on. But as we see, Tyler comes up one position, gets the job done on NDNV. Most of the guys getting through safely so far. Jackal.
Yeah, and looks like we've just had someone go a little bit off the track there.
Oh,
and
wow.
oh, that is our first retirement. Oh, it's a big one too. That's 3 cars involved, and the kick salver just manages to stay out of it. Looks like we've got Calco and Gangster both out, and Daz causing it, looks like, after that penalty he's been given. That is a massive one that will bring out definitely a safety car. And wow, what an unfortunate accident for Gangster to happen after starting in P1, and Calco right after we just spoke to him. That is massive. And we can see that the kick salver driver of Daz is missing his front wing. Whether or not he caused that is debatable. He might have just been caught up in it, and the game's given them the penalty anyway. But I did see someone go sideways during that, I believe it was turn 5. So it'd be interesting to see who actually caused that. And Mudpack has lost an entire front wing. And who else is pitting? Looks like Tyler is pitting as well, so he might have been caught up in that or just changing. But for me, it says Mudpack has the interval. It actually hasn't given him a delta yet. Does it say that for you?
Yeah, there was some strange stuff going on with it was saying Mudpack was P1 for me at the start. I'm not too sure what was going on there, but yeah, Gangster obviously in that P1. We said he's been caught up in lots of drama, and it's happened again tonight, which is really unfortunate for him because he looked like he had some good pace. But have a look at where his teammate is. That is phenomenal. How is he up into P8 already? That is crazy.
Yep. And I told you he had the pace, and he's a very quick driver, so definitely he'll be making some bigger moves than that.
Yeah, we'll just have a look while we're behind safety car here, Jackal. We'll try and see if any of these other drivers picked up any damage in amongst all that. But yeah, obviously that was a big crash and really unfortunate for Calco and Gangster. But yeah, like you said, I think Tyler and Mudpack were probably definitely involved in that. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see now what's happened. We'll have a look quickly just onto what guys have done with their tyres. We'll see if anyone's gone on to some strange strategies.
We got Huvio on the softs, which is ambitious. I don't think he didn't start on those. I think maybe he did start on those tyres, but
Yeah.
maybe have been a good idea to get off them. They don't last that long, so would have been a opportunity as soon as that safety car comes off to get off those tyres, because I think by the time that we go green, they're only going to have a couple of laps left in them.
Yeah, strange decision to start on the softs, to be fair.
We've got Shub. Shub is stopped somewhere. No, I think the game's glitching out.
Yeah, I'm not so sure what's going on with that. Yeah, Shub's on those 2-lap hards, so he decided to start on the hard tyres. The interesting one for me now, Jackal, is obviously we know you've kind of got a, it's pretty much a 2-stop here, but for these guys who've had to pit early in Mudpack and Tyler, Combi United, if these guys now have, if they started on those mediums, if they've got 2 sets of hards, it's very possible that they can just do a 1-stop from here, and it'd be interesting to see how that sort of transpires for them as the race goes on, mate.
Yeah, it'll definitely be very tricky, and you know there might even be some more safety cars. Very early one for lap 1 for a safety car to come out, but yeah, the strategies will be massive here, and it'll be very, very exciting to see what happens as we see the safety car is actually in this lap. So it's very quick safety car, only 2 laps.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And I'll let you take this one away from behind the safety car as your driver leads the pack down the straight, mate.
Yeah, and we have the 2 Division 4 race leaders leading at the moment, with Brad just behind, as Verb looks like he's slowing it down. It looks like he's taken off already, and he's got a bit of a good start. Reiko's still 0.6 behind, and Brett as well, as they go down into turn 1, and they have made it through cleanly, and I hope no one else has an incident to turn 1 just after the safety car. Yeah, and they've made it through cleanly. F7 is away with a 7/10 gap. Obviously no DRS until the next lap. So there might be some battling happening early. Shub Kamar's just lost a position to Mudpack. And there's some wheel banging going on there, and Shub has been pushed off the track. It looks like didn't really see who caused that, but looks like Shub Kamar's been pushed off the track going side by side, and I don't know if anyone lost a front wing end plate there. I think maybe the Mercedes. Yes, the Mercedes of Tyler. He's lost his front wing end plate. You still alive, Nish?
Yeah,
Nish,
mate. Yeah,
there he
that's the second one now in the race now. I think that he's lost. So that's really unfortunate for him as we sort of head back towards that mid pack there. As we see Chichin sort of coming up to the back of 2A and 2A all over the back of your man Reigns. And he's going to the outside. We'll stick with this one, see if he can get the move done. Reigns does a fantastic job there to defend that inside, and he holds on to the position as we move up a little bit further. We got Brandy all over the back of Kotzi coming into this DRS zone. Take it away, Jackal.
Yeah, look, 2A will be desperate to make this move. He's got to cut his way through the pack. His teammate's been taken out, so he'll be the sole point scorer for Alpine at the moment. Looks like he might make a move down into turns 4 and 5. He's a little bit too far away, and might be a little bit dicey trying to make the move done, as he does cut a little bit over the track. So hopefully he doesn't get a penalty or a warning for that. This is a tricky one when you lock your tyres here after a safety car restart, because your tyres are cold. But he makes it through cleanly. You got the 3 cars, the Ferrari, the McLaren, and the Alpine following very closely. Reigns will be trying to make the move down on the Ferrari, and 2A will be desperate to get that move done on Reigns.
Yeah, absolutely. As we just see Brandy getting the move done on Ekotzi very early in the straight. That was just like taking candy from a baby. As we've seen Brandy find some nice form of late, and he'll be looking for another great performance tonight as he moves up into P4. And Kotzi just looks like he's struggling a little bit for pace, so we'll have to see if he can hang with those guys as we move back down towards where we've got Reigns and 2A there in a close little battle there. A bit further down the pack, we've got Mudpack and Com United. We'll just see what's going on here. There's a few cars pretty close together. See if anybody tries to make a move through these sort of difficult corners there. As we see Ados, he looks like he's going to get the move done on Heview, who might be struggling on those soft tyres there. Jackal, as we also see Chichin get past him. And did we just see Mudpack get through as well? So, yeah, really struggling on those soft tyres now there, Heview.
Yeah, they don't last very long, and I figured that would be the case, as it looks like the Red Bull is going to be desperate to make a move, as he does a little bit of sliding around, maybe even a little bit of lagging from what I can see. I don't know if you can see him twitching about on track, but he, I know drivers, when they lag on the track, it can make it very difficult to pass because you can't really judge where they're going to be. So I hope that's not the case for him, but Com United will be desperate to make the move very shortly.
Yeah, absolutely. As we just see your man get the job done there on, he goes past NDMV, and 2A was also able to get through as well. As we see those 2 guys on the hard tyres, their tyres really starting to come to them now, and they're starting to make a march towards the top of the field here. Jack.
Oh, it looks like a marker board maybe has just been taken out, as NDMV, Ados and Chinchin are going at it. There's this pack that's sort of formed behind Chichin. There's quite a few people who have dropped off the back of that DRS train that are still quite close to each other, but in a bit of their own race at the moment. Com United still desperate to get around. He's doing a little bit of shoving of Huview at the moment. He's very impatient trying to get through on him, and yeah, it looks like it's tricky. Obviously, and Huview's gone sideways.
Oh wow, we just seen, I think that was maybe Tyler and Heview coming together after Heview just spun out, obviously struggling on those soft tyres, and Tyler just, it was a bit of a passenger there, just collected him. As we see these guys still battling down the straight, as we see Shub Kamar getting the job done on Com United. Can Daz get through as well? It looks like he has, so yeah, bit of drama there, Jackal.
Yeah, and 2A is going to go through on Reigns as Reigns attempts to defend it, but obviously with the... and he's just been pushed off. Maybe, I think Reigns just didn't have enough room. Not sure what happened there, but 2A made the move on Reigns and then ran out of room and went sideways. So he's rejoined safely and looks like he's got all of his car together. Looks like they might have accidentally come together in the braking zone. So, but yeah, Com United is through. Hugh View and Tyler Mandavy now in the pit, and there's some strong battles happening now at the moment.
Yeah, as we just see, Reigns is missing an end plate there, so yeah, not too sure what's happening with the NDMV either. He just had a bit of a moment. He's lost multiple positions now, so yeah, not an ideal start for NDMV as we just see Mudpack run a little bit wide there, and now 2A getting the job done on him. So yeah, there's plenty of moves happening all over the place here, Jackal.
Yeah, as we see, I think Chichin trying to get through. NDNV had a big moment there at the end of Sector 3. Not the ideal place to have it. Falcon is also in the pits getting off those medium tyres. Shub Kumar has found his way back through the pack from the bottom. Obviously helps when Hugh and Tyler have had an incident come together. So yeah, Falcon will be coming out on the brand new hard tyres. And we're seeing some pretty big gaps forming. Reiko and F7 still very close to each other, and obviously Dynasty just trying to get back in that DRS.
Yeah, we'll just stick with these guys just for a minute. Mudpack and NDMV, they're having a good little battle here, but then yeah, we'll go have a. We see Rico is starting to make a move towards F7 at the front, so we'll join that in a second. But yeah, we'll just stick with these guys as they come down the straight and see if Mudpack can get this job done on NDMV. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Reiko's into the pits, trying to get that undercut done on F7. So F7 will be probably pitting in the next couple of laps to get rid of that undercut. As Reigns is just trying to get through on the Ferrari, they might have tapped a little bit there, but they both come through fine, and Reigns gets the move done. But 2A is obviously struggling a little bit after that accident. So we see Chichin trying to go through, and the Ferrari of Ados and Reigns going wheel to wheel down into turn 4. And yeah, this is shaping up to be a very interesting race, and some very close racing from the front runners.
Yeah, as we see 2A going for a move there on Chichin, and they're going to go too wide through there. Chichin with the better exit. But 2A then looking for another switchback. This is an interesting battle here from these guys. Reigns obviously struggling with that end plate has formed this pack that's happening here, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what some of these guys can do with the undercut, and whether they can navigate their way through some of the traffic.
Yeah, I think a safety car will bring some of these guys back into the fold, especially Huview down in P16 with a 16-second gap. As we see, Dynasty has just pitted, and Chichin is pitting as well. So that looks like the medium runners are all starting to get off these tyres.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Obviously, F7 had Rico right behind him, and obviously not worried about that undercut. So he's going around for another lap. Going to be interested to see if that's the right decision, as we just see Falcon get the fastest lap there, as he's just jumped onto those hard tyres for that second stint. So he's had a pretty good start, starting from the back, and going to be interesting to see if he can start making his way through the field also.
Yep, and these trains are opening a little bit from Reigns. So obviously you got the ADOS with 7/10 gap, 2A with a 4/10, and 5/10 gap from Mudpack. And then the race leader, F7, with the 4-second gap behind him, then a 3-second, then another 3-second. So obviously we're seeing some pretty big gaps opening up, but Dynasty has made that move on Daz. Obviously Daz is on the old tyres, so not really his race, but yeah, these moves will be crucial when you put on those new tyres, trying to get back to where you were and not lose too much time in the traffic.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're seeing 2A make some absolutely fantastic moves. He got the job done on Reigns. He got the job done on ADOS. We also see Mudpack. He came through on ADOS too. It wasn't the cleanest sort of move. They banged tyres a little bit, but then ADOS regaining that position. So these guys on hard tyres really battling their way, but it's going to be interesting to see once they pit where they're sort of going to end up with these guys that have already pitted off the mediums.
Yep, and it'll be interesting to see if Reigns changes that front wing when he pits, or if he's going to wait for a safety car to change that wing. It obviously adds a lot of time changing a wing, and it depends on how easy it is to drive without it. That middle sector might be a bit tricky, and that's where we see that massive gap opening up. But from Ikotsu and down, we've got 5 seconds, 11 seconds, so some big gaps opening up behind. So if anyone who hasn't pitted yet, looks like at the front might come out in some clean air.
Yeah, well, as we see, like we're on board here with Rico Ralph. He's actually got the undercut done on F7, and also Brandy with the undercut getting past F7 too. So it's going to be interesting now to see, obviously, F7 with a little bit fresher tyres. Is he going to be able to regain those positions, or is the undercut going to be too strong and be the right move, mate? As we see these guys really battling here.
3 wide, getting a bit dicey. 3 wide in starting sector 2. Wow, that is a massive group of cars. You see F7 just goes a little bit wide, but they've all gone back to single file as Mudpack gets a 3-second for track limits. And yeah, this is a tricky one for track limits, and also a tricky one for accidentally touching the grass. That is one thing you don't want to do, is touch the grass.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, touching the grass. The amount of time some of these guys spend on the game, they could probably do with touching a little bit of grass. But that's another story. Anyway, yeah, Brandy's looks like the big winner here. He managed to get through that traffic okay. Looks like Rico and F7 got stuck behind Shub Kumar, so be interested to see if Brandy can get away from these guys now. As we see, Rico does finally get past Shub Kumar, who comes into pit now, and F7 all over the back of him. See if F7 can get the job done into turn 1. Doesn't look like it at the moment, but Brandy has actually broken that DRS to Rico, so yeah, that's huge for the Aston Martin driver in this race.
Yep, it'll be obviously he's on the slightly newer than Reiko, but slightly older than F7's tyres, and there's only a 1 lap difference between them. So yeah, he will be pretty much okay if he can keep this lead. Obviously, there's not too much of a tyre difference, and I think some of these guys will be hoping for a safety car down the back.
Yeah, definitely they will be. But like, yeah, well, saying that, we got Falcon here. He started at the back, and he's only now 5 seconds behind F7. So, and he's on the same strategy as these guys pretty much. So, he's had a fantastic race so far up to P11, and when them guys at the front pit, he's going to be in a fantastic position, I think. So he could definitely be one who benefits from a safety car. But yeah, looking up the field, we see F7 now gets the job done on Rico Ralph and goes fastest lap. So he's having a fantastic drive, F7. Obviously, you're pleased with how his season's going so far. He's been fantastic in this division, Jackal.
Yeah, obviously he's a championship leader. He's a lot of eyes on him at the moment. And yeah, it's an interesting story on his draft. Obviously, he had pretty poor evals, I'd say. Pretty unfortunate in the evals, so took a massive chance on him. Nobody else was going to. It was right at the end of the draft, and after the poor eval he had, I decided to take a chance on him, and it worked out. So a bit of an inspirational story. If you think you're down and out, you're not, because someone's always watching you.
Yeah, absolutely, mate, and that's the beauty of it. And yeah, he's obviously benefiting from being in a good team that's run well by yourself, mate. And yeah, he looks like he's really loving his racing at the moment, so it's good to see. As we see, yeah, this is heating up here with these guys in the older tyres and that. As we see Ados stuck into the pits now, he'll be looking to jump on a fresh set of boots. As we see some of these guys almost go 3 wide through turn 1. We're seeing Mudpack over the back of NDMV. Brandy looking to get through. Also trying to get through is F7 in on this as well. Then we got a little bit of a gap to Rico, but these guys battling, that'll help him get back amongst it, as we see F7 get up the inside and Brandy get up the inside too. So they've managed to navigate through the hard tyres quite well. So them two will really be looking to push on now.
Yeah, 15 laps on these hards. they're going to be falling away. So, you know, some of these hard runners might be looking to get off them pretty soon, as it look like they are struggling a little bit. Reiko just going through on NDNV. And yeah, NDNV doing a great job. I believe he's a Division 5 driver, and he got pushed up to Division 4 in the draft. So yeah, he's having a fantastic race at the moment, up in P6. Obviously, it's not his true position because he has not pitted yet. But yeah, he's having a good race at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a full-time driver in Division 5 for Ferrari, and he's reserved up. He's stepped up to the plate with... missing tonight is, I believe... I've gone blank. But he's definitely replacing one of the full-time drivers tonight. So, yeah, he's having a fantastic race so far, mate.
Yep, and it looks like Reigns is battling with Reiko. Obviously, Reiko is going to be in contention for the win, and Reigns' job will be to see how long he can keep Reiko behind him. He'll be wanting to help out his teammate here, as Reiko will try and make the move, but obviously not happening. Reigns did get a 3-second penalty for track limits, but that's pretty much understandable considering he's missing an end plate. And Reigns will really have to show what he's made of, trying to help the team out with, keeping, getting some breathing room and defending very hard to make sure that, yeah, you can F7 can pull away a little bit.
Yeah, well, we absolutely, we seen this happen last week, didn't we? And yeah, Reigns really done a solid job for F7 last week and helped him gain that big lead. Yeah, and he's done a similar job here, getting 2.5 seconds now breathing space. As we've seen, F7 actually, he's got the job done now on Brandy. And the driver that I was talking about earlier from Ferrari that's missing is Lucas. So he's not here tonight, which is unfortunate for them. But NDMV doing a fantastic job. Another guy that's having a fantastic race, we haven't spoken about him too much tonight, as we see him looking to get a move done on NDMV now, is Brett. He had a fantastic qualifying, he showed some pretty good pace, and he's still showing it here in the race. Looking at probably provisional P4 at the moment.
Yeah, he's had a very good race so far, and yeah, obviously he is Div 4 pace, so us Div 6 boys had a little bit of a shortcoming there, but he's done a fantastic job and got picked by Mercedes in the draft, I believe.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see, isn't it? Obviously, probably just a little bit disappointed getting moved, as you probably will be after you've won a few races. But he's taken it to like a duck in water. He's come up here. He hasn't shirked the challenge, and he's showed that he belongs up in here, Jackal.
Yep, and as we see, Reigns is going in the pit at the moment, getting a new set of. He's actually putting a new wing on, so he's obviously got that track limits from the end plate, so he's saying, yeah, please take this thing off me and put a new one on. And you see the Aston Martin driver of Dynasty keeping with F7 very well, with a 2.5 second gap behind them of Reiko. So, you know, it would be wise to try and pull away a little bit more, but I think Dynasty will be eager to get that P1 done and dusted.
Yeah, absolutely. As we've just seen Brett get that move finally done on NDMV, but now NDMV is going to come under all sorts of pressure here now by Falcon and Ikotsi. They're all over the back. I mean, Falcon having a fantastic race actually at the moment on those 10-lap hards. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what sort of strategy he goes with, whether he continues on the hards and tries to get on a set of mediums to finish, or whether he just has another set of hards ready to go. But yeah, he's doing a fantastic job at the moment, coming from the back of the grid. Likewise with 2A.
Yeah, and it looks like we're having a little bit of movement with the Ferrari coming to Sector 2 as NDNV drops 2 positions to Falcon and Ikotsi. How are you thinking the Williams are doing so far?
Yeah, but with Falcon not having doing any quali, I think he's having a fantastic race up there in P5. I know Chichen's had a limited preparation. He's got a lot of stuff going on with his work, and he's been quite busy. So yeah, he's still doing a great job in P9. can bring some points home for Williams. So yeah, happy with both these boys at the moment.
Yeah, and we're seeing some massive gaps opening up here. Obviously, a lot of people are out of DRS range. The only people who are still in DRS are obviously Dynasty, Ekotzi, and that's it. Everybody else is out of DRS and will be pushing as hard as they can. Obviously, we're in the later stages of this race, and yeah, at the moment, it's some big gaps, and a safety car would really bring a couple of these guys back into this.
Yeah, absolutely. You sort of see a few gaps form. We sort of seen this in the Division 1 race last night. The gaps started forming, and then obviously we had the unfortunate safety car at the end that really changed that race up. But yeah, we'll stick with this battle at the front as it looks like Brandy's starting to close right up on F7. He's got it down to 4/10. So we'll stick with these guys as they're probably the closest battle on track. Yeah, as we kind of come into a bit of a lull in the race before things really spice up, Jackal.
Yeah, from what I can see, it looks like F7 has the advantage of battery. So it looks like Dynasty is pushing a little bit. They both have a lot of battery and will be pushing down the main straight to obviously stay ahead of each other. A lot of these guys at the back actually have penalties from track limits. So yeah, obviously not ideal, but Tyler Mandavy is the back marker, I believe, and is stuck behind Hugheview. It says he's 30 seconds behind Hugheview, but he's right on the back of him, so I'm not sure if that's just a glitch or not.
Nah, that's not Hughie. That's Brandy that's there, mate. He's just been overlapped by F7 and Brandy, so he's just sitting behind Brandy, mate. So yeah, he's
This whole time I thought it was Bread.
yeah, he's having an unfortunate line. Obviously he's got a bit of pace back there because he's sticking with these front runners. But yeah, he's obviously had a night to forget. As we go down to 2A, as he...
It seems to be a yellow flag in Sector 2. Looks like Aston Martin of Hugheview has had a moment, but he's back on track now and is hopefully got all his bits and pieces on his car.
Yeah, as we are, well, I wasn't going to stick with 2A there without that little bit of an incident or whatever happening. And 2A, in that meantime, he got the job done on Ekotzi, who, yeah, he's looking like maybe he's started to struggle a little bit on those 10-lap hards compared to 2A's 5 laps. But yeah, 2A looks like he's really on the march now as he starts munching down that gap to Falcon.
Yeah, exactly. And Dynasty is actually pitting at the moment off those hards, so obviously committing to the 2-stop, trying to get that undercut done on F7. He's going to get some clear air when he comes out. And do you think the undercut will be effective, or do you think it'll be short-lived?
I think it can be, but I don't. Yeah, I'm not too sure here, mate. I know F7 managed to get back to the front quite quickly after staying out that extra lap or two. So I don't think it's as big as what people might think. As we see Ekotzi get a 3-second pen. Interesting one here is I look at 2A here. He's on those 6-lap hards. Do we think he's going to be able to get them to the end? And are they going to be? Are they still going to be a viable tyre towards the end? What's your thoughts on that one, Jackal?
Oh, there's only six laps on him, and there's only like 13 laps to go. So you see actually Tyler, the back marker, struggling to get past F7. So yeah, obviously he's a bit cautious as F7 does go into the pits, and that will cover off the undercut nicely. So we'll see how that works out for Dynasty, as Dynasty is stuck behind ADOS a little bit. And you know, he'll be trying to stretch his legs a little bit and quickly get past the pit box. But looks like F7 is already out, and it looks like F7 has... Oh, it's going to be close. I think the undercut has just worked. Yep, the undercut has literally just worked on F7, but this is their race now. There's no more pit stops for them. So F7 will have to get past ADOS and chase down Dynasty.
Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate there for F7 with now the traffic of ADOS in front of him. He's going to have to try and get past him, but as Brandy has a lot of clear air in front of him, he's going to be steaming up the road. The interesting one for me now is 2A. He has probably about a 9-second advantage over Brandy. Is he going to be able to hold on to that for the
Oh,
next...
and F7 has just collided a little bit with NDNV. Oh, with ADOS, sorry. In the turn, he got a little bit impatient there, trying to get through, and they banged wheels a little bit. ADOS obviously has the older tyres, and there's probably some understeer, but might have been beneficial to wait a little bit longer. But I think F7 just knew he had to get through, and yeah, they came together a little bit, but no damage was done, it looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. He knew he had to get past, because look at that interval already. He's out to 2.2 seconds. So Brandy having a fantastic drive here. Really put the foot down now with F7 having to try and clear that pack there. Falcon, he's doing a fantastic job there down in P9. He's now closing up the gap on Fred. It's down to half a second. They're on a similar tyre strategy. You got NDMV. He's a further 1.7 seconds back on those medium tyres. Do you think he's going to be able to get them to the end? That's going to be a tough task. Same with Mudpack there in P7, 5-lap mediums. That's going to be a really tough ask. Some of these guys that could benefit. Reigns is probably going to struggle to get his tyres all the way to the end too on those mediums. Chichen in not a bad position there, P12. He's on fresh hard, so he'll be okay.
Absolutely, a
Do you think?
assisted safety car would benefit them right now.
Yeah, definitely. The back markers will be definitely needing a safety car. Do we think ADOS and 2A, can they make it to the end on these tyres, Jackal?
Just from looking at it, I think 2A will have a very difficult time getting those tyres. They are hard tyres, so obviously have a little bit more life. We've seen them get maybe 15 laps out of them, so it could be okay, but he will be struggling to the end.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're sort of seeing further up the field there, F7 has closed that gap up to Brandy. Brandy also rapidly closing that gap down to E. Kotze. So it's going to be huge for Brandy. We'll change that. We'll go to that in a second when he gets closer to E. Kotze, see if he can get past him. But we'll just stick with this just for the minute as we got Falcon 3/10 behind the Mercedes.
Sorry, I've just seen that Hugh View, obviously a lapped car. F7 trying to go past, and it looks like Hugh View close the door a little bit on him. That would have been a blue flag scenario, so it'd be interesting to see what happened there. Obviously, he's required to get out of the way, and yeah, had a bit of a nail-biting moment there.
Yeah, absolutely. As F7's not going to have that same problem of trying to get past the car on the more used tyres as Kotze goes into the pits there to get off them, and he's going to get onto a fresh set. But yeah, nearly closing into DRS range now of Brandy, and Brandy has brought that gap down to 5.8. Can 2A hold on to that lead, or is those newer tyres going to be too much for him?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of lag from Hugh View at the moment. Interesting if you can jump on board with him at the moment and see if it's happening for you as well. Looks like a couple of drivers struggling to get through on him because it looks like he's a bit left and right.
Yeah, we'll just stick with this for a minute, mate. We'll just have a quick look, but then yeah. Then
Oh yeah, Falcon's got the move done on ADOS, which is he has got very newer tires, so hopefully ADOS can stick with the pack, and he'll have to pit pretty soon, I think.
Yeah, it did look like Heview there was moving around a little bit on the track there. I'm not sure if it's a little bit of a connection or not, but yeah, that'll be something for the
Shub has
stewards
gone on to
and
the
onboards
Inters.
and that to look at. Oh wow, that's an interesting decision. That's maybe he's thinking there's some rain coming. I don't know, but yeah, that's a very interesting strat from Shub Kumar. We'll move back up the order as we see 2A's decided to come in and pit. He thought he could not hold on, so he's going to be very rapid now on those fresh mediums. It's going to be interesting to see where he comes out. We got Falcon up into P5. He's having a fantastic race here, mate. Yeah, he'll be really pleased with what's happening so far. But Brett doing a fantastic job holding him off at the moment. And these guys are really starting to get into contention for that last podium place.
Yeah, and as we see, F7 is already on the back of Dynasty. Reiko 5 seconds behind, and yeah, I'm just curious as to why Shub has stayed on the Inters. He might be an early rain call, but if not, he has gone out for his second lap on them, so those Inters will be overheating like crazy.
Yeah, to be very interesting. I'm not too sure what's happened there, why he hasn't come into the pits, if it was a misclick or whatever, but yeah, there'll be some questions asked there for sure. As we see F7, he's got the job done now on Brandy. Brandy's going to get another dose of DRS here, though. Is he going to be able to try and fight back? Or is that one lap tyre difference, is that really going to make the difference here? And is F7 going to really get the job done again? He's in a great position.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that F7 might be putting his battery to none, which is why we see Dynasty close on him very quickly without burning. So that he might be in trying to conserve some battery here.
Yeah, well, as we see, we can see that F7 really does need to, because Brandy has a full 100% battery pretty much to burn down this straight. So it's going to be interesting. We'll stick with this one. We'll see if F7 can hold him off, or is Brandy going to be able to get the job done again. Down the pack a little bit, we see Chichin. He's closing up on Reigns now on those 10-lap mediums. He's going to find that really hard to hold him off. Falcon sort of can't seem to bridge that gap there to Bread. It's only 5/10. Brandy couldn't get the job done. Even with all that battery, he might have another crack here down through this next sector.
He's definitely got the battery for it, and it looks like he will be able to get that move done. Or maybe not. There's some very good defending happening here from F7, and he looked like he had the DRS and the battery to get that move done, but F7 might be just have the lower wings.
Yeah, it looks like he's got some pace through the straight there. And as we see Huvie get another pen there, I'm not too sure. We'll have a look at the pens. We'll see what sort of what pens these guys have got. As Huvie's got 6 seconds, Tyler Man Davey there with 3 seconds, Daz with 3 seconds, Reigns with 3 seconds, Kotzi with 3 seconds.
Oh, it looks like it's raining.
The Mudpack with 3
I
seconds.
think I can see some rain.
Bit of rain,
no.
maybe.
Mate, wait. It might be my game glitching. I can see rain, but have a look on yours and see if you can see it. I can see it streaming past the halo, so there might actually be rain.
This could be a master stroke from Shub Kamal. We'll have to see.
No,
but
he's pitting for soft.
Yeah, so he's actually come in. We go back towards the front, Brandy, but we're being asked driver of the day. Jackal, I'll let you go first, mate, with your nomination for driver of the day.
I'm gonna have to give it to, I think, Bread. I think he's had a fantastic race, and you know, he's not been, you know, not always been there with the front runners, and to have it in P4 at the moment is extremely good from him at the moment. So I'll probably give it to Bread.
Yeah, absolutely. This may look a little bit biased from me, but yeah, Falcon started back at the grid, mate, and he's up to P5, and he doesn't look like he's going to be stopping anytime soon. So yeah, I'm going to have to give it to Falcon, mate.
Yep. Sweet, easy done.
And yeah, we'll go to. So get your votes in, guys. Driver of the day. I'll get mine in as well. And yeah, interesting one. People are going on to Inters. They might have seen a few drops of rain. The guy who initially went on to Inters has gone back onto soft. So not sure what's happening here. There's a few strange decisions happening at the back of the grid. I don't think the guys at the front though, Jackal, are going to want to risk anything like that. I don't think.
It's going to be very slippery though. That's the only thing. The one guy who made the early call pulled himself off them. So looks like it was a little bit too early for that call. I don't think it's going to be wet enough to get Inters at the moment. But do you remember? Oh, Reigns is out. Reigns has lost it. Is that a safety car? Yep, he's lost it in the barriers. Oh, that is terrible.
Oh no.
Oh, it looks like a full course safety car. I believe that is a full course safety car.
Yep, yep. We are seeing a safety car on track there. Yeah, that's going to make this really interesting. We'll end up with we'll have a 2-lap dash to the end. It's going to be interesting to see who comes in now.
2A drive-through. 2A
Oh,
drive-through
no.
penalty.
No, that's disaster for him. He'd had a fantastic race as well. He also could have been a candidate for driver of the day. He's done a fantastic job too, but yeah, that's obviously disaster for him now. That's going to put him a long way down after the safety car. So yeah, disaster for the Alpines with Gangster qualifying pole and then crashing out on the first lap, and now 2A copping that drive through. Yeah, he's not going to be too happy with that. Are we going to see any of these guys pit? Jackal.
It would be. Oh, I don't know. It's a tricky call to make. It depends on how long that rain is going to last and if it's going to get any heavier. If it's a light sprinkle, these guys might be able to survive on the hard tires, but obviously the hard tires have the least amount of grip in the rain. So, the inters will be quick, but like I don't know if it'll be quick enough and worth it for the front runners.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be a couple of slow laps here. The rain could get a bit heavier, and these guys that are pitted onto the inters, they could really benefit from this. Jackal, yeah, this is going to be a crazy last couple of laps, I think, mate.
Yeah. Obviously, unfortunate what happened to Reigns. The water came down, and those 13-lap mediums they didn't hold their own. So, unfortunately, these things happen, and it looks like Verb is actually F7 Verb whatever is missing an end plate. So, not sure how that happened, but he's missing an end plate.
So who was that missing an end plate?
F7.
F7. Oh no. That's a disaster for him too. Oh, this race has had everything so far. There's been all sorts happening, and Shub Kumar gets a 10-second speeding into pit lane. Oh, and he's DNF'd. What's happened there? Why is he DNF'd? He's nearly in the points. Oh no.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be very happy if I made an early call for inters and then had to go back on the softs and then it starts raining.
Oh no, but he's still in a points position there for the Racing Bulls. Yeah, that's not a great decision from him, especially being a reserve coming in. You want to see them doing the right thing, and yeah, trying to bring some points home for the team is the right thing to do. So that's not a great call from him if that was the call. Yeah, don't want to see that sort of thing.
Yeah, and we see F7 is trying to heat up his tyres in the rain. Probably not the greatest idea to swerve left and right on slicks in the rain, but they are going pretty slow, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, the rain will cool down the tyres a lot, and that obviously will affect the grip.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see. Whoa, what's happened here? We got who was that? Was off the track there? Was that Daz? Daz was off the track, caused a bit of there's a bit of drama going on there. Now we got the safety car in this lap. It's caused a huge gap. Are these guys going to be able to catch up? Rick, the two in front are miles in front. I'm not sure what's happening there.
Yeah, this is maybe a bit of sliding around, and yeah, F7 is making sure that pack is. It doesn't matter. F7's like, if you haven't caught up already, you can catch up now. But he has a lot of wheel spin trying to go, which has helped Dynasty massively. Obviously, in the rain, this turn 1 is going to be a tricky stop, and I just hope that he can hold it together without that end plate. And a lot of these guys are going to be struggling into turn 1 that have stayed on the slicks, and everyone makes it through cleanly. And we've got a caution, or it might just be a glitch. Oh no, is there a Mercedes? Mercedes going slowly?
Yeah, there is. Tyler Mendavi is going real slow. I'm not sure what's happened with him. Maybe no
wing.
Lapped car. A
Lapped
lap car letting
car.
everyone go past. Yeah, then we got 2A on those inters. He's really starting to make a move through the field there. Falcon trying to hold on in P5 there with 2A all over the back of him. F7's managed to push that gap out to 1 second over Brandy.
Oh, but he's losing it a little bit. There's a lot of sliding happening from these hard runners. And we can see that 2A on his inters, he's cutting through the field on these inters way faster than the guys who've stayed on the old slicks. So he is just absolutely cutting through the field. He does have a drive-through, doesn't he? So he will have to
has the
serve that.
drive-through, mate. So yeah, he's going to have to serve that probably this lap, mate. So that's going to be unfortunate for him.
Yeah, and it looks like Dynasty has dropped way off the back of Verb. So if Verb can keep it together, this might be his second win in a row, but his fourth or fifth win overall.
2A's in big trouble. He hasn't served his drive-through, so that's going to be that's going to be a disaster for him. Brandy, he's fallen 1.5 seconds behind.
Oh, and Huview going slowly at the back of the pack, and he's recovered. Oh, Com United 3-second penalty for track limits. This has been an insane race. 2A is, I think, maybe looking to win on track. I think do you get DSQ'd if you don't serve your penalty?
Yeah, I'm not actually too sure what happens with the
And
with
yeah,
the
he's
drive-through. I'm pretty sure that is what happens.
He's racing F7.
Yeah, so he's taken B1 on track, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what the game does when he crosses the line.
He might think that it's a game glitch and try and get it removed.
Yeah, but yeah, the game will DSQ him, I think. So yeah, that's going to be unfortunate for him. NDMV, he's had a fantastic race, even though he's got that wing damage there. He's on those inters, and he's pushed into P5, so he's doing fantastic. As we see, 2A is going to come across the line. He got a 20-second penalty for an unserved drive-through, so maybe he can get that removed if he thinks it was unfair. But F7 will take the win. NDMV up to P4, Bread P5. We've seen Chichin get up to P6. I'm not sure what happened to his teammate Falcon. Ended up down in P9. Ikotsi held on for P8, and yeah, that was a really crazy race that we've seen there, Jackal.
Yeah, the only thing I can think for 2A is, oh, there's a Ferrari of ADOS in the wall. And the start-finish line. I think he's lost it coming over the line. His car is just sitting there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's dead in the wall.
Oh, wow.
Which is interesting. But I think maybe what happened with 2A is he might have had the penalty and thought he could get it removed. So he's obviously not served it so that he can try and get it removed in the steward's office, potentially. That's just trying to think if that could be what it is.
Yeah, as we've seen, yeah, Wonton said to us there, I think it turns into a 10-second, but yeah, end up being a 20-second. So I have to see what happens with that after the race anyway. The guys will make a decision there. But yeah, F7, fantastic drive from him, holding on those hard tyres towards the end, taking out the win. Brandy with a fantastic drive also. And Rico continued the form that he's been showing all season, and yeah, really happy with that points finish for him.
Yeah, and F7 also got fastest lap, so that's very good. It'll be good to get these guys in the comms box.
Yeah, definitely. And cleanest driver, Falcon, well done to you, mate. Fantastic drive up from the back of the grid. Yeah. Did you catch who got driver of the day in the poll there, Jackal?
I did not, but I think it was Falcon, if someone can fact check that. I believe it was. Don't hold me to it though. As we have, who is this in the box at the moment? We have the race winner. So up to you if you want to wait for the rest of them to come through and then do them from third to first, or if you want to start with first and go down the pack since he's already in.
We'll start with the driver of the day. So and then we'll go through P3, P2, and then P1. While we wait for these guys to get in here, do you just want to give us a little bit of a summary, real quick, Jackal, on your thoughts of the race, mate?
Yeah, insane race. Early off, we had Gangster and Calco out in a crash. Extremely difficult race when it started to rain. Some strange calls, early inters which turned into a soft pick. Some slip and slides in the rain. Ados hits the wall at the end, like just a crazy race. Actually, just an insane race, to be honest. And Brazil can be like that.
Yeah. I'm seeing Jackal. We had a tie for driver of the day between Brett and Falcon. We seen Falcon just drop just that little bit towards the end of the race there. Brett holding on for a good finish. So maybe we'll go with Brett for driver of the day. Are you happy with
Yeah.
that, Jackal?
Happy with that. Yep.
Yep. So Brett, if you want to come into the box, mate, and yeah, we'll interview you, mate, as driver of the day. Yeah, definitely exciting race, Jackal. Yeah, you'll be happy with F7 getting the result for McLaren again, mate. This has probably been one of your strongest divisions all season.
Yeah, it's been an interesting season so far. Obviously, started strong and dropped down, and then on the coming back. So yeah, it's what an interesting season it's been. I think we have
Do we have Brett yet?
not yet. I don't think we've got Dynasty, but not Bread, I believe.
Yeah. So we got
Who else are we waiting on? I think Bread was P3, wasn't he?
Rico. If Rico wants
Rico,
to
that's
join,
right. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. So Rico, if you want to join into the comms box, mate.
Yeah, Bread's in.
Yeah, but we'll start with Brett. I'll let you take this one away, Jackal.
Right. What a fantastic race from you, Brad, my driver of the day. Very quick driver, obviously. We've met a few times in Div 6, so I know how quick you are. How did that race go for you?
It was all right. Had its moments. Fucking rain was unexpected, but yeah, you know, it's a decent race. We'll take the points, I guess.
Yeah, and it's definitely some good points for Mercedes. And you know, how much notice for that rain did you get? Did you think you were potentially going to get to the end of the race without it?
I thought so. I had a call about 15 minutes. It was going to come through about probably like the last few laps, but probably came in a bit earlier than expected. So just having to fight through that rain and get to the end was a bit tough, especially on those slicks where one of the Ferrari drivers was on the inters having a good battle there.
Yeah. So it was a great race, and we'll see if Nisha's got anything for you.
Yeah, congrats, Brett, on a fantastic race, mate. Driver of the day, well deserved. Looked like a bit of a tricky race, like the tyre wear and stuff's obviously tricky around here. Just sort of what were your sort of thoughts like as you were sort of going through the race there, mate?
Well, I was committed to the 2-stop pretty early on. That was always going to stay the same. The rain probably made that a bit difficult. Maybe could have got away with a 1-stop. Then went on to inters, but yeah, very hard to tell with the weather being a bit uncontrollable.
Yeah, absolutely. That weather threw a bit of a spanner in the works there, mate. Yeah, one thing I just wanted to touch on you quickly, like, how have you sort of found it? Obviously, yeah, you're in Div 6, racing well, getting some race wins, and then you've gone up to Div 4, and you've taken to it like a duck in water, mate. You've been fantastic in this division. How have you sort of been feeling about that, like, personally, mate? Like, yeah, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, obviously moved up. Nothing wrong with that, but yeah, a bit different, bit quicker drivers. Even though there is pace in Div 6, but yeah, bit quicker drivers, Div 3 drivers in here and stuff. So, you know, hopefully we can get a few more points to end out the season, get a win here.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I think Vettel will be very, very happy with how you've been going, mate. And yeah, we continue. Love seeing you race out there, mate. And we look forward to seeing you next week at Silverstone.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Have we got Rico in here next?
Yes, we do.
Yep. Rico, mate.
Hello.
How are we? Fantastic race from you, mate. You look like you had some decent pace tonight. Probably just a little bit off those front two. Sort of, how did you feel about your race? Did you just feel like it was just not quite enough pace there just to get to those guys? But you definitely looked like you had the pace on the rest of the field, mate.
Yeah, I hope to fight with F7, but I didn't have enough pace. Especially I was very slow on straights. So I tried to undercut, but that didn't work. And last laps was very nervous. Thanks God Ferrari behind me lost time with Brett. No, that's all I guess.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It looked like it was a bit of a tricky race out there, and yeah, obviously tyre wear's a massive one here. Were you finding it pretty hard with the tyres as well, mate?
Yeah, tires were fine. 2 stops works okay.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, congratulations on the P3, mate, and I'll pass you over to Jackal for any questions he's got for you, mate.
Yeah, just first of all, congrats on P3. Just walk us through your race. Where do you think you won some time today, or maybe lost some time?
On straights, as I said, I don't know why, maybe my wings were too low or too high, I mean, and that's why. But I was fast in sector 2 instead. So it's
Yeah, fair enough. Was this the result you were expecting coming into the weekend?
yeah, I'm very glad because I messed up all my previous races since Qatar. I always could be on podium, but always something happened. So I'm very glad today.
Yeah. Well, how much of today do you think came down to raw pace, or was it mostly strategy?
Sorry, didn't understand.
It's just how much of today do you think was pace, and how much do you think was strategy for everyone out there?
Pace, I think much more than strategy. Strategy is usual to pit. I think one pit is too hard.
Yeah, fair enough. And did anyone surprise you today with their pace?
Dynasty very surprised me when on second stint I didn't expected him to overtake us so easy.
Yeah, fair enough.
When I was in traffic, I mean.
Yeah. Well, congrats on P3, mate, and hopefully you get a good result going into Silverstone.
Thanks.
Yeah, well done, mate. Congratulations on P3. We look forward to seeing you at Silverstone. We'll move along. Jack, I'll let you take this one away with the man they call Brandy or Dynasty Sparrows, mate. I'll let you take this one away.
Hello, Dynasty. Obviously a fantastic race from you today. Probably not what you're expecting, but you're probably expecting a win maybe, but P2 is also very good. If you could redo maybe one decision, what do you think it would be?
I don't think I'd redo anything, to be honest. But maybe box for inters, but then again, when the safety car was coming in, the track still seemed to be fine. DRS was still enabled to a point. It only got disabled on that last lap. So I don't think I would have changed anything. I did see 2A much for the field on the inters, but he had a drive through, so pretty much just let him by. But yeah, F7 was way too quick for me today, even getting out to a 2.5 second lead at one point, and then he just crawls it back in like it's nothing. So it's at the end of the day, it's just the pace he has, which is all good to me. P2 still good.
Yeah, fair enough. How are you feeling about Silverstone next week?
Pretty decent. Should be another good result there, hopefully. Albeit depends on what happens, obviously, with qualifying and whatnot. I was very lucky to probably not DNF today against. Unfortunately, had a spin and I had nowhere else to go, and his front wing clipped my side pod. I got no damage, which was very lucky. And obviously that caused the chain reaction to the whole thing behind.
Yeah, fair enough. And Well, obviously that safety car coming out sort of threw everything up in the air. And what was the decision like to stay on the hards?
Follow the leader pretty well. If the leader boxed, then I would have boxed. If people behind me boxed, like directly behind me, but I got told that the only one closest was P12, which was I think 2A at the time, and he had that drive through. So I just knew there's only 2 laps of racing left. Just hold it off. But if the likes of Bread and Rico and Ekotzi boxed and whatnot, I probably would have went
Yeah.
straight in as well.
Fair enough. Well, I'll pass you over to Nishka, and congrats on P2.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, Dynasty, mate. Fantastic drive today, mate. I thoroughly enjoyed watching you and F7 go at it at the front for most of that race, mate. Obviously, it's a difficult track to get right with your setup and getting the balance right, whether to be fast through that sector 2 to stay in striking distance or go those little bit lower wings to get the overtakes done down a straight. How do you feel with your setup, mate? Do you feel like you got it right, or did you feel like it could have been improved a little bit, mate?
I think I got it perfect. Realistically, I was able to make moves through sector that chicane area in turn 1 and 2, so that was all right. But then I was also able to fly past people on the straight, other than F7, because I think he probably pretty much was running the same, if not lower than what I was, and then just basically turning it to none through the whole sector 2, which everyone does. So you're not really looking to make moves there. So there's not really a point in having such high wings. It's probably better just to go the low.
Yeah, it's good to get that sort of like a little bit of insight. Obviously, with a lot of these guys still to race, just hearing that, guys will be definitely thinking about what they can improve before their race comes around. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed seeing you battle with F7 tonight, mate. I think Jack covered most things. Obviously, Silverstone next week. I look forward to seeing you in action, mate. And yeah, congratulations on the P2, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for comms.
Thanks, mate. Now we move on to our P1, Jackal. Being your driver, did you want to take this away, or you want me to take this one away, mate?
Oh, that's all right. I'll have a good chat with him. So F7, another win, another step towards the title. Does it feel good?
Yeah, feels pretty good. It didn't feel the best today. I made a few mistakes, and 2A got passed at the end, and I'm just hoping that the penalty stands and I can keep the P1. But it's still good to get P2.
Yeah,
even
well,
if the
you're
cars get removed.
leading the race today in the championship. So are you racing every race to win, or are you looking at the bigger picture? Are you, so take us through your thought process for the rest of the season.
If I win every race, then I'll be happy. If I don't win every race, I'll still be happy. I think I just need to keep it out of big collisions and crashes, and just be able to score points basically every race.
Yeah. Well, what's the message to your rivals really after another result like this?
It was fun to battle with Dynasty today. It was fun at the start to battle with Rico, but I think the big thing that was good about this round was 2A was gonna have to struggle his way through the pack with that qualifying ban. It felt like I was a little bit more safer to cruise around instead of be constantly pushing and on the edge.
Yeah, well, fair enough. You've kept your streak going, and now I think there's going to be some eyebrows raised about your pace. Is that affecting your mindset going into Silverstone, or are you just you think you're pretty safe in Div 4?
I definitely know that a majority of people in Div 4 are thinking about how my performances have been so good, but I think a lot of it comes down to the practice and just being able to not make silly mistakes every race. I did make some this race, but a lot of races it's just stay safe.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, congrats on another win and some big points for McLaren. I'll pass you over to Nish.
Yeah, F7, mate. Congratulations on the P1. I've been enjoying seeing you racing lately, mate. You've started putting together some super consistent performances. Really thoroughly enjoyed watching you and Dynasty really go at it today. Obviously a bit hairy at the end there with the rain coming. Was there ever any thoughts of you maybe pitting onto Inters, or was it just got to try and hold on to what I've got?
There were 2 laps left, and the closest Inters guy had a drive-through, so it was just, I'm just gonna stay on the hards and hope that I don't bin it and lose a bunch of positions. And I think that was the right choice, as the only guy that got past me got a 20-second penalty. So
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's going to be interesting to see sort of what happens with that. I know we're hearing a few things. You may have got it, may try to get that removed. Obviously, there's nothing you can do about that, and you've had a fantastic race again. Enjoyed seeing you racing around in the socials on Friday night too. It was a bit of fun. You really look like you're enjoying your racing at the moment, F7. Yeah. So really want to see you keep going, mate. And how do you feel about Silverstone heading into next week?
it should be good. In other races I've done at Silverstone, I've proved myself that I am not the most confident at Silverstone, but it's just going to be about the practice that I put in and the hours I put in on the track. Hopefully will get me another good position.
Yeah, absolutely. The practice that you boys put in at McLaren, I know from a little bit of inside info, is second to none. So, and it's really starting to show in your performances, mate. So, if you keep that practice up, mate, I expect to see you up near the top somewhere next week at Silverstone. And yeah, congratulations on P1, mate, and good luck for next week.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that wraps up the interviews, guys. Yeah, as hearing from all the drivers, fantastic race tonight. Jackal, you got any more thoughts on what's been a fantastic night?
Just crazy race, to be honest, overall, and some great results for some and not so great results for others. So they'll be eager to go into Silverstone and bring that championship lead back down. But obviously, F7's pulling away quite a bit with Reiko just behind. So yeah, it's definitely very close in this division, especially in the middle of the pack. But yeah, just a great race for some and not so great for others.
Yeah, absolutely. It was yeah, it had a bit of everything. There was guys taken out. There was some fantastic racing, fantastic overtakes. It's yeah, it's been an exciting day. But don't go anywhere because we've still got Division 2. We've still got Division 2 coming right up, starting in about 25 minutes time. So yeah, get yourselves a drink, get yourself something to eat, and then tune straight back in because we've got a fantastic night of racing still ahead. And I think the man SJ will be taking us away. I'm not sure who he is in with, but yeah, they'll be in shortly and taking us away for Division 2. Thanks very much, Jackal. Been an absolute pleasure, mate, having you in here. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Sim Racing Centre, SimLab, Pagnian Advanced Simulation, and AI 369 for the continued support. And yeah, strap yourselves in, guys. We've still got more racing to go. Thank you.